You don't want to have anything to do with my gallery. Not ever. Especially not now.
Why not?
Gaskell.
Oh.
True or false, John Motson is the BBC's arts correspondent.
False.
He's a football commentator.
Well,
And Paul, Edward Highmore plays Leo in which series?
Pass.
Howard's Way. Look at this, name the drama.
Don't know.
No idea?
Nope.
OK, that's Rock Follies. You missed out on the last one. You've also scored 4. After all that. 13 to the Haffendens, 15 to the Lockets. Well done. Terry's just said, is that it? Is that it? That's it. The agony is over. For now. We will be seeing the Lockets again, of course. They move through to our quarter-finals. Our thanks to the Haffendens. They do not go away empty-handed. We've got marvellous consolation prizes for everybody in this series of Telly Addicts. I hope you'll join me same time next week when I shall have for you 8 more TV experts who are seeking that elusive title. See you next week. Bye-bye.
So, good night, everybody, from Sutton Coldfield, and good viewing.
This Thursday on BBC1, Clive James meets Jane Fonda.
I've never believed anybody that said I was pretty. If you think you're not so great, and you're not so interesting, and you're not so pretty, you have to try harder to develop yourself as a human being, and, you know, so...
Did the guys follow you around at school?
Usually, you know, up until I was about 14, if I liked a guy, I'd hit him. Hard.
Clive James meets Jane Fonda, Thursday at 9:35 on BBC1.
And now on one, Sylvia and Bernie are hoping to come just a little closer in Streets Apart.
If time could give us back the dreams we left behind, would we play a different game, or would we both end up the same? Streets apart, different people with different plans. Streets apart, two hearts looking for a place to land. Streets apart, maybe life had a different plan right at the start, leaving us lonely and streets apart.
Hi, you guys.
Oh, hey, Clivey. Get yourself a cup.
Hey, just had a call from L.A. My sister Rena's coming over.
Yeah, when?
Tomorrow morning.
Oh, I mean, that's short notice.
Yeah, well, she's impulsive like me, see? But reading between the lines, I think she needs cheering up. Because her divorce been finalised.
When Alice Anderson's mother got a divorce, she gave a good riddance party.
Yeah, well, for most people, it's a sad time.
That's right, yeah. In Rena's case, I think it'll be a bit of both. Still, she'll be sad to lose the lifestyle anyway. So anyway, I thought I'd throw a little welcome home party for her. Naturally, I want my best buddy there.
Can we come too?
Of course you can. I want everyone there.
Can I bring my girlfriend?
I didn't even know you had one.
You don't know everything about my life, Dad.
Oh, your little girlfriend's welcome. The more the merrier.
What about me? Who can I bring?
Why, me, of course.
Oh, yes. Alice Anderson's got an uncle staying with them ever since her mum got divorced. He buys Alice lovely presents. He bought her a new bike.
Paul.
You're not a real uncle. Are you, Uncle Cliff?
No, no. Neither are my Cliff Barnes from Dallas. Hmm?
Morning.
Good morning.
Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
I got through reading so much unsolicited stuff, I must take some more time off.
You should. We managed perfectly well without you, didn't we, Tiffany?
Yes. Really? Well, I may put you to the test. And it's thank you, but no thank you to all of them.
Right.
I've read more riveting stuff in a ladies' loo. Did you find any talented new writers in the manuscripts I gave you to read, Tiffany?
No, Miss Grant, not yet.
Must have our script conference soon. I haven't forgotten. Shall we?
Mike?
Do you know that associate's going to ask you? Yes, Tiffany. Oh, right, put him through. Tony Parks. Hello, Tony, how are you? Yes, I'm fine, thank you. Yes, I have, and I backed a copy over to them last night. Well, they'll get back to me as soon as they've read it. No, they're still on the lookout. That's right. Look, leave everything to me and don't worry. Okay. Bye.
Has he calmed down?
I think so. I have to confess, I completely forgot about it. I'd hate to lose Tony. He's such a good writer and so prolific. My only client whose favourite four-lettered word is work.
You seem a lot more cheerful today.
Oh, for some unknown reason, I feel it.
Is everything sorted out with Bernie?
Nope. I offered him my body, but being the sweet old-fashioned man that he is, he thought a wedding ring should go with it.
He proposed! How wonderful!
No, he didn't actually propose. He just made it perfectly clear that he wasn't prepared to waste the best years of his life on a flexi-time relationship with me.
A man after my own heart.
I knew you'd say that. Be sensible, Jen. It's impossible. Besides, I don't think marriage is for me. Maybe it's genetic.
It's still early days. So how was it left?
I have absolutely no idea. We had a dreadful slanging match, which resulted in a mutual decision to call the whole thing off. Then he gave me a smacker on the lips and stormed out.
Oh.
Not to rob you entirely of your Mills and Boone fantasy, my Gran is getting married.
What?
You heard. She's found herself a retired bookie by the name of Harold Hope. A real gent, according to Gran.
Well, good for her. But why get married at her age?
Well, to quote Gran, you wouldn't expect me to live in sin, would ya?
She's such a character.
Yes. So, you may be denied your dream of seeing me going down the aisle, but you have my Gran for compensation.
It's not quite the same. I can't look forward to knitting baby booties for your Gran.
Oi! Excuse me.
What is it? We're not there yet, are we?
No, but do me a favour and cut it out, will ya?
Why, are you jealous?
Not exactly, but have a heart. I've got to keep my mind on my work.
We're lucky. We're going to spend the rest of the day at home.
Just wait till you get there, all right?
We'll try. But do hurry.
Haven't you two got jobs to go to?
Oh, yes. We took time off to go to marriage guidance. But we don't think we need it anymore.
Ah, it doesn't look like it. How long you been married?
Married? Heavens, we're not married. Why spoil a good thing?
I don't understand it.
Look, Gran, I would much rather take you and Harold out to dinner than go to your party.
Oh, no. I want you there, my girl. You never want to visit me. After all, you're the only flesh and blood I've got. Besides, I've told everybody all about you, how well you've done.
All right, all right.
So, it's Sunday at 3. They're letting us have the big lounge, so all my mates can come and we can have a knees up. And I've told your Auntie Lil she can come if she promises to keep her teeth in.
Oh, that'll be nice.
What do you reckon I should wear? I don't think I've got anything that's suitable.
Well, treat yourself to something new for the occasion, and for goodness sake, get your hair done. Talk about the artful dodger. You should be called the crafty cadger.
Oh, top. I'll do you proud. Oh, that reminds me. Harold's son and daughter-in-law will be there, and she's in the rag trade and very smart. So don't you let me down, will you?
Your time is up, Gran. I'll see you next Sunday. Tiffany, will you see the bride-to-be safely into a cab? And then check this number for me, will you?
How lovely to see you, Mrs. Grant. Have you just arrived?
No, she's just leaving.
Oh, well, congratulations on your wonderful news.
Ah, you'll have to get used to calling me Mrs. Hope now.
See you next Sunday, Gran.
I think your Gran is wonderful.
I'll rent her out to you if you like, free of charge. had a chance to study the new BBC contract yet. It's beyond me.
I can't make it out either.
The way things are going, we'll need law degrees to understand them.
I'll have another look later.
Nah, don't bother. Fax it to my lawyer. Yes, Tiffany?
I'm getting unobtainable on that number, Miss Grant.
Ah, well, check with the operator, will you? And close the door behind you. Listen, I need your advice. I've got to go to Grand's engagement party next Sunday, and I can't face the idea of going alone, so I thought of asking Bernie. What do you think?
Why not? You've nothing to lose.
Yes, Tiffany?
I'm sorry, Miss Grant, but that number's out of order. There's a fault on the line, and they don't know how long it'll take to repair it.
All right, thanks. Damn! I thought he might just be home for lunch. Now what am I going to do? Bernie's phone's out of order, the post is on strike. How are we supposed to communicate?
Mental telepathy?
Well, it's worth a try, I suppose.
So, you're the Bernie I've heard so much about.
All bad, I hope.
Oh, I hope so too. If I'd have known how good looking you were, I'd have been over sooner.
Well, I've heard a lot about this little sister Rini as well.
Not so little, eh? It's funny hearing my real name again. In LA, I was called Grandy.
Well, you know.
Oh, I forgot. It's got a different meaning over here. Over there, it's just a name. Mind you. But I suppose I better stick to reading while I'm in the old country.
Yeah, well, I think it's wise. So, how long do you intend staying, Rini?
That depends, doesn't it? I shall be relying on you two guys to help me over my loneliness and depression.
Well, excuse me, that's my son Paul that's just come in with what looks like a refugee from Greenham Common. So. Hello, Paul.
Oh, hello.
Well, aren't you going to introduce me to your young lady?
What? Oh, this is Tamazina, this is my dad. Actually, Mr. Walters, I'm not his young lady. And I find that a very sexist remark. And contrary to what anyone else may think, we are just having a few trial dates to see whether or not we are compatible.
Is that right? Well, don't let her take advantage of you, son. I've met women like her before.
Blimey, how old do you think she is?
About 45, I should say. Hey, Mandy.
Yeah?
What do you know about that girl with Paul?
She's a feminist.
That doesn't surprise me one bit, but how old is she?
She's in the 4th form.
Is that all? Just a year above Paul? Blimey.
I shouldn't worry, Daddy. Paul says they just share common interest.
Ah. What in?
Biology. They like to study together.
Do they indeed?
I do find these gatherings of the bourgeoisie frightfully boring.
Oh, I know. But I had to shut. I mean, you know how it is.
Come and meet my sister. Rini, this is Lynn, Bernie's sister.
Pleased to meet you.
Say, Lynn.
Nice of Cliff to make you this party.
Well, I'm a nice fella, aren't I?
Yes, you are. One of the best.
Look, I'll leave you girls together. I'll play host, all right?
Okay.
So, how does it feel being back after all these years?
God, I hardly know yet.
I didn't expect all this.
And I'm still jet-lagged.
But Cliff meant well.
I suppose you heard about my divorce.
Yeah, I did. Was it nasty?
Well, the old Californian story. He traded me in for a different model. Not only was she younger than me, but she came complete with her own luxury apartment, maid and whirlpool.
Blimey. So Uncle Cliff let me put this muscle in his bath, right? And I was up all night watching it. It was brilliant. Is this going to take much longer, kid? Only my roots are growing out.
Must be the lad from the pub. Oh, come on, it's only a few friends.
Tilly, what are you doing here?
I needed to speak to you. Did you know your phone was out of order?
No, I didn't. Well, come on in and meet everybody.
No, I can't stay. I just wanted to ask you something.
Well, what is it?
Well, first of all, are we still friends?
I think there must be.
Well, then, as one friend to another, I need to ask you a favour. My gran is having her engagement party next Sunday, and I can't face going to it alone, so I thought perhaps you'd come with me.
Oh, no, I don't know.
Please. I can't tell you how I feel about going back to the East End. I've got to meet his family, too. I would really appreciate your support.
Well, I suppose it might be fun to meet old Granite Face Gertie again after all these years.
Oh, thanks, Bernie.
Come on, let me get you a drink.
No,
Mandy and Paul are in there.
I can't stay. I've got a taxi later.
Well, I'll see to that. I insist.
All right.
No, I'll do it. We get a special discount in this week.
All right. There you are. There's food over on the table. You know, relax, enjoy yourself, eh?
Hello, Mandy. How are you?
You weren't invited. Daddy was my date.
I won't be staying long.
Everything all right?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Good. Well, let me introduce you to everyone. My sister Lynn's over there. You remember Lynn?
Did you make so much noise? I mean, can't you see I've got a headache? Lynn! You nearly gave me a heart attack.
I've been ringing the bell for 10 minutes.
Oh.
Come round the back.
I'm sorry, these things make so much noise.
No wonder. It looks as if it's been left over from the First World War.
Do you mind?
I thought Bernie might be here. He's not at home.
No, he went out somewhere with the kids, leaving me to clear up the debris.
It was a lovely party.
Yeah, I thought it went rather well.
Lovely and friendly. Mind you, there was one couple I thought was a bit too friendly.
Oh, yeah, and if her old man finds out, I'm in dead trouble.
I didn't realise. Yeah. Where's Renee? Thought she'd be giving you a hand.
Upstairs sleeping, jet lag. Besides, she says she has to be careful about housework because of her hands.
She hasn't got arthritis, has she?
No. It's these special false nails she wears.
Oh, that's a good one. I'll have to try that out on Gary. Yeah. Come on. I'll give you a hand.
Well, thanks, Lynn.
I wanted to see Bernie to ask him about that Sylvie Grant. I couldn't believe my eyes when she turned up last night.
We were all surprised.
So, do you know what's going on?
No, I don't. 1 minute it's all lovely, then it's not, and he's all moody. Then the whole thing's off. Then he goes round to see her, and it's even more off. Then she comes round here, and it's on again. Honestly, I don't know where I am with him. It's wearing me out.
Well, I thought she was a right stuck-up madam in her designer suit with her nose in the air. She's the last one to go giving herself airs and graces with her background. I really wanted to give her a piece of my mind. I didn't want to make a scene at your party, Cliff.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't.
Bernie's too nice to get involved with someone like her. I've been dying to introduce him to this friend of mine who's divorced with a son.
Oh, yeah? What's she like?
Well, she's nothing special to look at, but she's a really lovely person. And I just had a feeling...
Well, why don't you bring her round here one evening? I'd like to meet her.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, look, here comes Sleeping Beauty.
You feeling better, love?
No, not really. I kept waking up wondering where I was. Then I was starving hungry, but my stomach didn't know whether it wanted breakfast, dinner or tea. And just as I dropped off to sleep, there was this dreadful noise. Are they digging up the road?
No, I think it was me doing the hoovering.
Oh, that's considerate of you. Make us a cup of tea, will you, love?
Anything with it?
Oh, freshly squeezed orange juice would be lovely. And I could just kill for some crispy bacon.
Oh, well, there you are. I believe there's a pig farm in Elstree.
Oh, don't be horrible, Clive. I haven't seen you in ages and I feel dreadful. Just make us a cup of tea and something to eat. Oh, I must phone my friend, Mary Ellen. I shan't be long, love, only I said I'd call.
Do you know, it seems to me the women are spoiled rotten in the States. I'm beginning to wonder what I've let myself in for.
I'll give her a chance to find her feet, Cliff. Look, I better be going. Tell Bernie I want to talk to him, will you?
Yeah, all right. Mary Ellen? Didn't know she still had any friends in England.
It's me, Renee. Why? What time is it over there? Oh, I forgot the time thing. Shall I call you back? Okay. Are you sure? No, tell me now. I want to hear all about it. Never.
I'll see, I'm going to have to do some overtime.
So this is it. The scene of our misspent youth.
You speak for yourself. It's so changed I can hardly recognise it.
I know. Let's take a look round, see what we can find.
Oh, I'd rather not.
Come on, just for a minute. Is your house still up?
No, thank goodness.
Neither is mine.
They've built a supermarket where ours stood. It's probably the frozen food section. It was cold enough.
Well, the old school's still here. I can see you now. Mary Quant haircut. Little miniskirt that barely covered anything. Used to drive me crazy.
And I knew it. We all wore them.
Yeah, I know, but you were different. You stood out from the others. You had bigger boobs.
Yeah, I know. I had bigger boobs. I remember I couldn't wait to get through these gates at the end of each day. I'd slap all my makeup on and put on a pair of dreadful plastic earrings.
If you want to go out with him, I think you should. I don't. Why not? I can't ask him.
Not a lot changes.
Today's models aren't a patch on the original. You were always with that girl with the long ginger hair.
My God, Mary Evans! Imagine you remembering her.
I could hardly forget. You were like Siamese twins. I used to hang about here outside the gate, waiting for you to come out, hoping for a word, a date. But you're always glued together.
I shouldn't have stopped you.
What? Were you two whispering and giggling? You girls never realise how hard it is on a young boy. They lack confidence for your rejection, especially in front of others.
Poor thing. You soon got over it, though, didn't you?
Come on, let's take a look.
No, we can't.
Of course we can.
Still smell the boiled cabbage.
Look, there it is. SG loves BW.
Well, we all did silly things like that. Anyway, how did you know you'd left school by then? Hang on a minute, you weren't even at my school.
I had my spies. Coming back here's made me feel all nostalgic. Give us a kiss.
No.
Go on, it was just like the old times.
Just like the old times.
Oi! Get out! Go on, get out of here! What's all this then? Blooming perverts! You should be ashamed of yourselves! Go on, get out! Go on! Up it! Buzz off! Who do you think you are?
Look, there's a pub where we did our courting.
Oh, yes. The bunch of gropes. Mary Evans used to get a blow-by-blow account of what used to go on in that car park.
Not a lot did, as I remember.
You had more tentacles than an octopus.
You can't blame a guy for trying.
Brace yourself.
Where you been? You're late. Yeah, who's this?
I brought Bernie Walters along.
You're Bernie Walters?
That's right.
Ain't you got old?
You're not older, Gran.
Well, I suppose. I still see you as you were.
Well, I'd have known you anywhere, and you're looking very lovely, if I may say so.
I always said he was a nice boy. Come into the warden's office first. The warden suggested I brought Harold here to introduce you first.
Did you get on with the new warden, then?
Yeah, she's one of us. Mind you, this job's a doddle compared with her last.
Where was that?
Holloway. Yeah, she was a warden there.
I hope she don't lock you all in your rooms at night.
No. I'll go and fetch Harold.
That's a nice frock, Gran.
Tom, Harold's daughter-in-law got it for me. Wholesale.
Very nice.
She hasn't changed all that much, you know.
Hasn't she?
Well, this is quite an occasion. I bet the poor man's terrified.
Who of, me or her?
Harold? This is my granddaughter, Sylvia, and her friend, Bernie.
Oh, I've been so looking forward to meeting you. I've heard so much about you.
So have I.
My son and daughter-in-law have been delayed, I'm afraid. But they'll be joining us shortly.
So, when's the happy day?
As soon as they can give us a double flat. No point hanging about at our age.
Get off, you're just a spring chicken.
Oh, that's funny. I remember you calling me an old boiler.
Being in love has rejuvenated us, eh, my dear?
Come on.
Shall we?
Let's join the fun. You never know. Might be your turn next.
Yeah, I know it's short notice, but... All right. Well, do you know of anyone else? Yeah, I'll book early next time. Thanks. Anyway, I think I wanted 2 tickets for Phantom of the Opera, not a babysitter.
Never mind, you tried.
But it's not fair. I want to spend the rest of the evening with you.
I know. I do too. You don't suppose Cliff...
I'm sure he'll be taking Renee out somewhere. But I'll ask. They should all be back soon.
It was nice of them to take the children this afternoon, though.
Yeah. We've always been close.
Yeah, I see you have each other's house keys, too.
Yeah. Well, it's just as well with my phone out of order.
Only Gran and her fiancé live closer. We could have asked them to babysit.
By the state of her when we left, I think she'd had one knees up too many.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I was very impressed with Harold. What a nice man.
Yes, isn't he? Wonder what he sees in Gran.
Yeah. Mind you, I've often asked myself the same question. What do I see in you? Oh, Cliff was just, I was just using the phone.
Oh, is that what it's called? I've often wondered.
Hi there. Fancy seeing you again.
Renee, you met Sylvie?
Yes.
I dropped the kids off home. I thought you'd be there.
Oh, thanks. I hope they behaved themselves.
Oh, they were as good as gold. Such lovely children. Really took a shine to me. But then children always know who really likes them, don't they?
So, how was the party?
Oh, unbelievable. The warden's really got a work cut out there. No wonder the last one left with a nervous breakdown. You've never seen such a lively bunch. They put us to shame, didn't they, Syl?
Yeah.
Cliffy, we were just thinking we'd quite like to go out tonight. I hate to ask, but I couldn't find a babysitter. I wondered, had you planned anything?
No, that'll be fine.
Actually, we had planned something.
We're going to see Cousin Bill, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe some other time.
Oh, well, not to worry. If you arrange me a cab, I'll be on my way.
Right, look, let me do it, eh? Come on, let's make a cup of tea.
We just had some tea.
Well, let's have some more.
I don't suppose you fancy spending the evening at my house?
I don't think your Mandy would take kindly to that.
No. She's had me all to herself for too long, I'm afraid. But I'll sort that out. I'll have a talk with her. Oh, I know I shouldn't say this, but this is the first time in my life I felt I really wish.
So do I.
Ah, still on the phone.
When love comes round again to give us both another try, if we lose a second chance, then love is gonna pass us by. Streets apart, different people with different plans. Streets apart, two hearts looking for a place to land. Streets apart, maybe life had a different plan right at the start, leaving us lonely. Streets apart, maybe life had a different plan.
Starting tomorrow on BBC One, a powerful new series in which only the tough and quick-witted survive.
Daniel Peter Kane, Danny to his muckers. Form as follows. 3 years armed robbery 9 years ago. 8 years conspiracy to rob 1982.
Come on, you know what a Danny is, and I'm my police car, nondescript vehicle.
Where'd you get all this terminology from? You're a priest and all.
Don't get involved with him. I hear you're a good man.
I think she fancies you.
Leslie Grantham and Don Henderson bring the Paradise Club to your living room tomorrow at 9:30 on BBC One.
Over on BBC Two in just a few moments, Dame Peggy Ashcroft stars in a BAFTA award-winning film by Stephen Polyakov, Caught on a Train, in which a group of strangers find themselves on a crowded overnight train travelling through Germany en route to Vienna. Here on One in Half an Hour, Panorama examines the government's dilemma over the cost of single-parent families, as 1 marriage in 3 now ends in divorce and a quarter of all babies are born to unmarried women. Now, the 9 o'clock news with Philip Hayton.
One of Britain's biggest defence contractors, Ferranti, admits it may have been the victim of serious fraud. The government says it's very concerned. Labour calls on the government to stop Ferranti falling into foreign hands. And Hurricane Hugo hits Puerto Rico with 140-mile-an-hour winds. Good evening. The chairman of Britain's 4th biggest defence contractor, Ferranti, has written to his employees saying the company has been misled and may have been the victim of serious fraud. Investigators believe Ferranti faces losses of £200 million on suspect overseas contracts after merging with an American company, International Signal and Control. The government has said it's seriously concerned, and Labour has called on the government to prevent Ferranti from falling into foreign hands.
As one of Britain's top 4 defence contractors, Ferranti's presence is felt throughout the British military machine. Its electronic equipment, its sonar and radar have long been the eyes and ears of much of the Royal Navy's fleet. Now, though, it's in trouble, and the Defence Secretary Tom King, visiting Liverpool today, made his worries about it plain.
They're an important contractor, they have important defence contracts. Obviously, we're concerned at reports of the present situation and hope they'll be cleared up at the earliest moment.
Ferranti's fortunes have varied. Never quite in the first division of British firms, it's often had to struggle to survive. Its current series of difficulties began 2 years ago with its billion-pound merger with the mostly American company ISC, a marriage intended to open new markets for Ferranti that's now turned sour. In May this year, ISC's chairman, Jim Guerin, resigned from the newly merged firm. In July, Ferranti reported its profits had fallen 18%, and its shares were suspended only last week. ISC is one of the biggest producers of cluster bombs, and its highly secret sales of these and other weapons are claimed to have involved China, Pakistan, and even Iran. But Ferranti is now faced with the likelihood that some of these deals actually never took place.
It looks remarkably like an extremely well thought out and well conducted scam, or if you prefer, a confidence trick. That's what it looks like. And I feel very sorry for my friends in Ferranti who appear to have been taken for quite a considerable ride.
Such has been the speculation about Ferranti's fate that all 17,000 employees have been sent a special letter reassuring them that the firm is generally in good shape and that the problem affects only a few contracts. But in the letter, the chairman, Sir Derek Allen Jones, admits the irregularities are serious, and he says it appears certain that the company and its advisors have been at least misled and possibly made victims of serious fraud. This couldn't have come at a worse time for Ferranti, which is bidding to supply the radar for the European fighter aircraft, similar to this experimental plane. It'll be Europe's biggest electronics order, but the fear tonight is that Ferranti's current crisis could hurt its prospects and make it vulnerable to a foreign takeover.
I want the government to make it very clear straight away that they will not allow Ferranti to fail, and secondly, that they will not allow Ferranti to pass into foreign hands. We've already seen in the last week or two, Plessy, another major British defence contractor, pass substantially into German control. I think it's essential to our strategic and defence future that another major part of the British industry should not go the same way.
Much now depends on the investigation Ferranti's commissioned from the accountants Coopers and Lybrand. They're trying to discover exactly what's happened, and on their evidence a decision on any legal action will be taken. Until then, the future of the firm, of its products and of its employees will remain uncertain.
In the last few minutes, the chairman of Ferranti, Sir Derek Allen Jones, has been telling Gary Lloyd what he thinks went wrong with Ferranti's merger with International Signal and Control.
What has happened is that the company probably paid too much for the company it bought, and that subsidiary has declared more profit than it's made in the last few years.
Now, can the company survive?
Oh, I'm sure the company will survive. It's a very fine company. It's easy to do this sort of thing in the sense that, you know, if you buy something that appears to be one thing and it turns out to be another, then you have to sort out the problem. The company will survive because it's a great company. It employs an enormous number of people. It does a lot of turnover, and it's technically a very fine company.
Do you feel that you've been duped?
I think we clearly, with hindsight, you know, made a mistake in purchasing this company. I think the degree to which the company was duped will come out in due course.
Hurricane Hugo, the most powerful storm to hit the Caribbean for 10 years, today struck Puerto Rico with winds of more than 140 miles an hour. The hurricane has killed 11 people and left nearly 20,000 homeless on other islands. After building up in the Atlantic, the hurricane yesterday began its path of destruction across the Caribbean. The islands of Guadeloupe and Montserrat were the hardest hit. Today, the hurricane moved westwards over Puerto Rico. Forecasters now believe it will go north of the Dominican Republic, sweeping through the Bahamas and passing just east of Florida by the end of the week.
Hurricane Hugo swept ashore in Puerto Rico in the early hours of the morning. The islanders, more than 3 million of them, are now feeling the full force of the worst storm the Caribbean has suffered in a decade. The authorities feared the hurricane could devastate a path of land 80 miles wide, but a precise reckoning of the damage is not yet possible. The storm is still raging, and most of Puerto Rico's communications with the outside world have been cut. Using satellite images, though, America's National Hurricane Center has broadcast this assessment.
We've had reports of over 100-mile-per-hour winds on the extreme eastern part of the island. Heavy rain is now spreading through the island areas and will produce flash floods and mudslides there throughout the day.
The Puerto Rican government has called out the National Guard, and before power supplies started to fail, the island's governor took over local television to issue his final warnings.
I must point out that the situation is the most dangerous of all. Move immediately.
Some of the people most at risk, those who live near the beaches, have been evacuated to higher ground. Puerto Rico's airport has been closed. Among those stranded are British tourists. Clear evidence of Hurricane Hugo's power has come from the French island of Guadeloupe, east of Puerto Rico. At least 4,000 people were left homeless after the hurricane hit Guadeloupe over the weekend. The islanders are ill-equipped for salvage operations, and they face severe difficulties. The seas surged through harbour defences and into the streets. French military forces have been deployed to clear wreckage. Their role is vital because away from the tourist beaches, Guadeloupe, like other islands in the Caribbean hurricane zone, is desperately poor. The island suffered so severely because it lay squarely in the path of Hurricane Hugo, just as Puerto Rico does now. Jeremy Bowen, BBC News, Washington.
Here, the oil slick, which had threatened wildlife along the Humberside coast, is drifting out to sea and dispersing. The government said tonight a major catastrophe had been averted. 700 tons of oil leaked after a collision between two tankers, the Fiona and the Phillips Oklahoma, off Spurnhead on Sunday. This morning, the slick was within a few miles of the coast, but the wind and tides forced it to the north, and the pollution threat receded as emergency teams used chemicals to break up the oil.
It was an accident that might easily have been so much worse. A full-blown disaster with a high cost in lives and environment. That it wasn't was due to kind weather and a sharp response from the emergency services. That much was acknowledged by Mr. Patrick McLaughlin, the Minister of Shipping, who fastened on his lifebelt and flew over the collision scene this afternoon. High tides and high winds were breaking up an initially menacing oil slick, scattering its parts beyond the shores